You sketch my life in the corner. I faded lines on your page. 연대 자꾸 따라가다 보면 I see the days we almost had. You said someday I'll feel a listen, and I'm brave enough to stay. Someday 난 아직 오지 않고 will give the eyes keep working away. I'm fully shameless, loveless, still breathing on that. The dust, every almost touch, every almost trust. 내 마음에 숨 쉬는 second. If I move my head, if I move my heart, will the picture break or find its fall? Never not up she 앞에 앉아서 watched all your midnight here to the fall. You said I'm scared to draw you in. What if I stand what we are? 나는 여러 못합 채우고 trace your shadow, never your stars. The unfinished canvas of all us. Will the picture break or finally stop? Oh, maybe somebody says that's there. So why not sell it on my number? Not a masterpiece, not a mistake, just a question on the wall we share. We'll let you reach for the brushes.
Feels like you jacket ceiling's heavy by the door. Smells like first snow. 차가운 밤. I talk to the light under the frame. Ask every flicker if you're still mine. 아직도. My phone lights up then falls back to dark names. Scroll by but not your name. I chase your ghost in the glow of the screen, like touching glass could touch your face. 네 얼굴 counting seconds in the silence. Tired 떨려, wondering where your footsteps ran away. Breath paints little clouds on the window. 흐린 I write your name and watch it fade to gray. If I speak your name, does it break the spell? Or just prove this quiet owns me now? 시간 흘러 but the room won't move. I hold my questions like a vow. 꽉 쥐고 counting seconds in the silence. 못 삼키고 every tick tangled up with you. Morning creeps along the curtain. 새벽빛, but the space beside me stays achingly true.
You said 시간이 해결해, but the clock just stares at me. Still, mug ring on the table cooling, like the space where your hand used to fill. Hallway light flickers, 잠 못 드는 밤. Shadows measure miles on the wall. Every unread message in my phone feels heavier than the call. If gravity pulls every truth to the ground, tell me why are your promises floating around? 입술 끝에 남은 너의 온기 evaporates before I can breathe. The velocity of a falling tear outruns every word. You disappear from 한 방울 두 방울. 숨도 못 쉬고 tracing the distance from my home to your front door. Each drop writes your name in the air and erases it before I can blink. Rain hits the bus stop shelter, yet my cheeks the judge got. City blurs, smears across the glass like a painting that forgot its sky. I time each ache with the traffic light. Green, red, dash, jet, jadi. People cross, carrying paper dreams. I stand still, clutching yesterday. If falling means finally touching the ground, why do I float in this half-empty town? 가슴 속에 맴도는 네 목소리 spins like a coin that never lands. The velocity of a falling tear, it's the echo of your fading footstep. 한 줄기 또 한 줄기 흘러내리며 measures the silence between your last and first line. Each drop breaks the surface of me and disappears where you once lived. 어디쯤에서 너는 멈췄을까? while I kept counting from 1 to forever. Our timeline snapped mid-sentence, yet the commas still hang in my chest. The velocity of a falling tear cuts through the night faster than memory. 떨어지고 부서지고 다시 마르면 it leaves tiny craters. Only I can feel each drop surrenders to the floor, and I learn how to fall 조금씩 alone.
Dust on the frame, your summer grin, edges curling, colors thin. 반쯤 지워진 네 옆모습 looks away like it always did. I trace the crease where we once kissed, blurred outlines of a life half missed. 책장 깊숙이 숨긴 시간 falls on the floor when I reach too fast. You said someday in the quiet room, 어정쩡한 웃음 shaking through. I feel those words were like a favorite song. Play them alone till the notes felt wrong. Faded Polaroids and deep sighs fill the small room. Old light, old fights hanging like dust in the noon. 너의 이름조차 입속에서 점점 옅어져. But these crooked corners remember more than I do. Coffee stain on your sweater sleeve still smells faintly like tangerine. 사진 속 우린 참 어렸지, too young to know what we couldn't keep. I hold it up to the window pane, colors drown in the heavy rain. 번지는 얼굴 흐린 네 눈, ask me silently, who did we choose? 지키겠단 가벼운 말 forgotten in some lost drawer. Faded Polaroids and deep sigh crowd my cold chest. Old jokes, old hopes pacing around in my breath. 네가 떠난 뒤에 방 한 공기만 남았어. Song and still these quiet snapshots scream louder than the rest. Maybe we lived here, maybe I dreamed. True story.
Morning breath on the glass, pale and cold. Kitchen clock size, ticking too slow. I trace little clouds with my fingertip. 비어있는 의자 하나도 또렷해져. Steam from the mud curls and the thing goes. Your sweater still hangs on the back of the chair. Outside, yeah. A bus has grown down the tire street. My hands reach out to air that isn't there. Oh, I should just wipe it clean, pretend it's only winter, but my heart keeps spelling what my mind tries to hide. 작은 창틀 위에 망설이는 손끝. Every letter feels like saying goodbye. Writing your name on the frost blurred window. Slow, careful strokes like I'm holding my breath. Snow pressed against the trembling pain. 이 이름 한 줄에 하루가 멈춰서. One touch and it all melts away. In the metal sink from spoons and plates stacked yesterday. I hum an old song you used to hate. 익숙한 멜로디가 오늘은 위로 같아. I tell myself it's late, I should be somewhere else, but I stand here barefoot in this pale blue light. 얼어붙은 공기 속 떨리는 글자. Each curve, each line keeps pulling you back. Writing your name on the frost-blurred window. Slow, careful strokes like I'm holding my breath. Snow pressed against the trembling pain. 네 이름 한 줄에 하루가 멈춰서. One touch and it all melts away. If the sun breaks through, disappear like condensation on forgotten glass. 그래 눈을만은 지우지 않을게. I'd rather lose the morning than let you pass.
One chair breathing in an empty room. A cracked glass catching half a moon. 너의 이름 스며든 먼지 floats in the air. Deciding where to fall. Curtain edges curl like tired hands. Books lean close like they understand. 벽에 걸린 낡은 사진 속. You look away as if you hear me think. I hum a line that never quite lands. Barely voiced but it shakes my hands. 조용한 밤 숨도 메아리쳐. Every silence feels like it might answer. The resonance of a lonely note hangs between the ceiling and my throat. 떨어지는 숨, 떨리는 공기. Rise your shadow on my skin, then fades. Clock ticks sideways, skipping little beats. My tea goes cold in this porcelain seat. 창밖에는 늦은 bus beat. Paints brief maps on walls that lead nowhere. I touch the keys and lift one sound. Then as a thread pulled off the ground. 사라질 듯 얇은 그 떨림 holds this house together for a breath. If you were here, would Would you hear it bend? Would you name the ache? Would you pretend 다시 올까 그날의 목소리 or let it drift unfinished through the darkness of a lonely note finds the cracks I never let you know 입술 끝에 맴돌던 말들 ring through empty frames and hollow drawers
Streets breathing cold, 숨이 하얘져. Your name on the glass starts to fade. My hands in my coat, 마음은 맨몸. Every shadow here knows what we made. I keep tracing circles in empty air. Half-prayed wishes hanging there. If I call into this heavy silence, will you hear the break in my voice? Delete me, searching for warmth in the dark. 어둠 속에서 reaching through days that forgot our life. Oh, holding the echo of us in my chest, hoping your heart feels mine tonight. Clocks blink 3. 시간은 멈춰. Crosswalks flash like tired eyes. I walk past the cafe where we first laughed. Your empty chair mirrors my quiet side. I replay your laughter on quiet streets. Old sweet fragments, soft repeats. If I stand where your footsteps faded, can the ground remember? 우리 two searching for warmth in the dark. 어둠 속에서 gathering sparks from the words you left. Letting them burn in the frost of my ribs, trusting this ache to guide each breath. Maybe tomorrow 아침이 오면 I'll find a door painted in gold. A stranger smile that feels familiar. Hands that don't vanish when they're held. Searching for warmth in the dark. 어둠 속에서 walking these miles through the unseen space. Learning that even a shivering soul can glow like a lantern in its own place.
lost on the frame where your smile once waited. Coffee goes cold in my quiet hand. 네 이름만 네 입술에 맴돌다가 falls through my teeth like unfamiliar sand. Yeah. Curtain light sways on your empty sweater. Chip little cup by the sink still leans. I straighten the picture. It tilts back slowly as if the room remembers what I mean. I turn in a circle, counting every heartbeat. 세 박자마다 숨이 막혀와. Your shadow ripples across my breathing like footsteps fading down the closing hall. Oh, tonight I waltz with your fading memory. 1, 2, 3, through the dust in the air, spinning with echoes that blur at the edges. 잡히지 않는 너를 끌어안은 채 I bow to the silence where your voice should answer, and cross the floor with a stranger in my arms. Yeah, streetcars hum soft beyond thin windows. The clock hands drag their tired feet. 너의 찬양벽에 스며들어, then slips away before I can read. I hum the joke you always forgot the ending, mouth the reply you used to throw back fast. 내 혀 끝에 네 웃음 맴돌다가 stalls on a name time, refuses to pass again. I waltz with your fading memory. 1, 2, 2, through the thinning light, tracing a face I can't keep in focus. 손가락 사이 스쳐가는 밤, I turn and turn till the world grows weightless, and find your place already stepped aside. Dawn spills pale on the tire ceiling. Floorboards lie under careful feet. 이 조용함 속에 너를 놓을게. Let the dust resettle where we breathe.
Empty room, blue TV glow. Have warm coffee, gone bitter and cold. 너 없이 길어진 부르르한 I'm tracing ghosts in the dust on the shelf. I scroll through us like a stranger. Pixel smiles a lot through their teeth. 가볍게 던진 그 마지막 말 Still stuck in my throat like glass. Just vibe with the sadness tonight. Let it sing, let it sting, let it stay. 오늘 밤만은 아프게 살아. I'll dance with the ache till it fades into gray. Your hoodie still hangs on the door. Sleeves collapse like it's waiting for arms. 사진 속 너는 계속 웃는데 My shadow flinches each time I pass. I keep inventing new reasons why we crack where the light came in. 말없이 멀어지던 그 뒷모습 keeps looping behind my eyes. through thin walls. 답이만 우리 편인 것 같아. I whisper your name to the ceiling. It falls back heavier than before. Just fight with the sadness tonight. Let it wash every color to blue. 오늘 밤만은 그리움에 기대. I'll lie in the dark till I'm empty of you. You hang in the corner of my ceiling like a planet I mapped as a kid. Every word you left spin slowly. 돌아도 내게 가. You say you're better in another time zone. I say I'm orbiting a missing sun. 거리만 늘어가는데 I still tilt toward where you were. The gravity of your distant voice pulls quietly, dragging all my scattered thoughts into one place. 멀어지는 숨결 따라 흐르다 I find myself falling through the space you left. Used to crack jokes in the kitchen, crumbs on your lips, late night ramen steam. Now I talk to blinking notifications. 빈 화면만 나를 비춰. Your name flares up, a brief aurora, then fades before I can reply. I chase the echo of an unread sentence. 잡히지 않는 별빛 같아. The gravity of your distant voice bends everything, twisting every little plan back toward you. 멀어져도 영혼은 남아서 I drift in circles, tracing what we were. I try to mute you in my memory, slide the volume down, change the scene. 근데 조용할수록 더 커져. Your hush gets heavier than sound. The gravity of your distant voice keeps holding me, even as your footsteps vanish down the years. 멀어지는 이